evening and welcome to this edition of News Leader on 6. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Jenny English. In tonight's news, a THS senior who is also a three-sport star athlete was named Tullahoma Honorary Alderman. Bagpipes, Irish step dancing, Highland fling dancing, Celtic food, and lots of fun for the whole family are on tap this Saturday for Piping on the Green. The Chamber Women's Impacting Our Community Awards will be announced next Tuesday, and Tom Corrington will speak with Coffee County Election Administrator Andy Farah. We'll have these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Ford of Winchester. Check out the 2018 Ford Taurus, yours today for $24,995. That's Russell Barnett Ford on 41A in Winchester, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
Can you imagine a world without beauty, without color, without creativity, without art? Well, neither can we. Keep arts alive and experience all kinds of arts and crafts at the second annual Arts Alive Tullahoma on the newly renovated lawn of the South Jackson Civic Center, May 25th and 26th. For details, visit TullahomaArtsCouncil.com and come spend the day at our fun, family-friendly arts festival.
My wife Jackie has always been the life of the party. But things changed when she couldn't be as active anymore.
They told me I needed a double knee replacement.
It's not as big a deal as it used to be, but she still needed to go to rehab.
I was amazed at how good the therapists were at Life Care. They took really good care of me.
They took excellent care of her. And now she's back doing the things she loves, and that makes everyone happy.
Life Care Center of Tullahoma wants you to get active and live well.
Welcome back. Tullahoma High School senior Race Marion was selected as honorary alderman at the March 25th Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting.
Oh, you see we have someone new has joined us this evening as an honorary alderman. I'm very pleased to introduce Mr. Race Marion. He's with us this evening. Race has a pretty remarkable resume. I'll read just part of it. He's a senior at Tullahoma High School. He graduated in May of this year with honors and distinction diploma. He has taken college preparatory courses with honors and advanced placement in algebra, English language and composition, biology, Spanish 1, Spanish 2, pre-calculus, calculus, physics, economics, government, chemistry, English language and composition, geometry, U.S. history, and world history. He is a member of the National Honor Society, Nu Alpha Theta, the Mathematics Honor Society. We'll learn more about that plan in a minute. National English Honor Society, Coffee County Youth Leadership, Advanced Placement Scholar with honors. He was the Eli Grove Legacy Award winner. He is the football class representative. He played and earned all kinds of recognition in his high school football career, his baseball career. He was the captain of the basketball team. He is the state winner in the DECA. And he was the Wendy's High School Heisman School winner. And, oh, by the way, he's got a 4.354 GPA. A very impressive young man. So, Race, tell us a little bit more about yourself, maybe what your plans are after graduation.
Yes, sir. Right now, I'm down to either Berry College or Birmingham Southern College, and where I'll attend in the fall. And I plan to play football at either of those schools, and I plan to be a mathematics major and secondary ed major at either of those schools. I want to be a high school or middle school math teacher and coach for football.
So tell us what prompted your interest in math. You indicated you have loved math.
Oh yeah, I started loving math, I'd say, in middle school, thanks to those teachers I had, and then the high school program is well known here for math, and it just I fell in love with math because of the teachers, and just I love the whole part of you get one answer in math, and I would love to share how I've been taught to some students, because I know there's different ways you can teach math, and I think some ways are better than none, or other ones, and I want to be able to share that and come back and teach that to students in a certain way.
Yeah. So did you catch that? He said, I plan to come back. Did you catch that?
I tell you what, he's also rare in one instant. He's a three-sport athlete, and in high school, you used to have those every once in a while. Now you never have a three-sport athlete. They all, dedicate themselves to one or two, but he being a three-sport athlete and doing what he's doing with his grades, outstanding.
Well, in other leadership areas as well.
I'm telling you, it's unreal.
Yeah. Very remarkable, actually. I did ask him earlier if there were any other three-sport athletes in his graduation class, and
there may be a few, but I'm not really sure.
So, you do plan to consider coming back to Tullahoma?
I would like to.
Good.
So.
That's good. So your parents in the audience, please introduce them.
My dad's right there, it's Ray Marin, and my mom, Cindy Marin.
Yeah. I know they're both proud. So, any questions of Race? Let the record reflect that Mr. Duncan is joining. So, Race, if you don't mind, stand there at your desk, and we have a certificate recognizing you as the honorary alderman tonight. That one? Good. Congratulations, Race.
Stay with us. There's more news right after this.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma. 2018 Kia Stinger up to $10,000 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
You made the time and the sacrifice to broaden their horizons, to see their smiles, but mostly to make lifelong memories. We think it's time to do it again. Just the two of you. Don't let illness or injury slow you down. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
Tullahoma Earth Day Festival. Let's start a chain reaction that creates action. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Join us for the second annual Earth Day Festival on Saturday, April 27th, starting at 1 p.m. at Fraser McEwen Park. Enjoy an evening of music, a night in Nashville with Lee Gibson and Company. This free event has over 30 earth-friendly vendors, kids' activities, food, beer, and more. Special thanks to our sponsors. That's Tullahoma's Earth Day Festival on Saturday, April 27th at 1 p.m.
Welcome back. The annual Piping on the Green is coming up this Saturday at the Celtic Cup in Tullahoma. Peggy Burton spoke with Tom Bentley about the event.
I'm sitting on the set with my favorite Scotsman, Tom Bentley. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine,
Good to
thank
see you. And it looks like we've got something fancy going on.
Oh, we do indeed.
Piping on the Green.
Piping on the Green,
I'm going to try my best to show this poster of Piping on the Green. It's coming up Saturday the 6th, and I hear we're going to have a beautiful day. And even if you can't see all this, it's okay.
Hey, that's not
but
bad.
It's Scotland Rising, and it's at the Celtic Cup. Do you know the exact address of Celtic Cup for those people?
Well, all I could say is
Anderson
and North, yes.
Anyway, it's on Anderson Street, and if you're in another city besides Tullahoma, just go to your Google map and Google it.
You can find it, yeah.
But they do a wonderful job there in allowing you all to keep this up every year. What's some of the things that's going to happen?
Well, we've got quite a number of different bands and groups, and that's going to be a fun time. This particular group that you saw there is Scotland Rising. They're coming out of Texas. They were here last year, and they're going to be back again this year.
I noticed there's two pipers. There's
more than that, actually.
Is there more than that?
Yes, indeed.
So it's more,
for the Scotland Rising.
Yeah,
yes,
for the Scotland Rising. There's
right.
two pipers and drums and another set of drums.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
I
know it starts at 8 o'clock. I think the main part of the program probably will be a little bit later. My Young Singers are
going to be there, right?
They're the Tullahoma Acapella Singers. They're always young. Some of them are new this year, but they'll be there, and they got some new songs.
Right.
And they're excited.
Yes. And we have dancers, young dancers
as
well.
Oh my gosh.
The Glengarry group.
Well, the Glengarry group and the Triquetra will be there.
Triquetra will be there, yes. And it's going to be great fun.
It will be great fun. Yeah. And there's all kinds of vendors.
Absolutely. There's about 21 vendors there. And will be there, and they're going to be doing all sorts of things for jewelry, wood turning, some beautiful crafts work.
I think what I like about this, most of them is a very authentic, hand-done crafts that are beautiful to sell. And if you want to become a member of the Scottish Society, you can join up right there that day, can't you?
Absolutely. We'll have a kind of a welcoming tent. And
what got you interested in this, besides the fact that you're probably Scottish?
There's a bit of Scottish. Yeah, I did finally, I had to figure out. I had to figure out what my tartan
what your tartan would be.
And the reason for that, everybody would say, "Okay, we're Scotch." My dad would tell me there's so much Scotch blood in us. It's amazing. Well, with a name like Bentley, you got to,
You got to be,
yeah. Well, maybe that's
Maybe,
that's English, right? So I had to figure out how to do that when I was asked to do.
To research your DNA or whatever.
Well, I did the research on DNA, and that was great fun. And turns out there's spots of people all over Scotland, but all over England as well. And there's some guy out, I don't know, he came from east of there, right?
And attacked a British girl.
Who knows, right? So great fun, but anyway. So anyway, I had to track it down. I had a great grandfather, a guy named Sir Donald Martin Stewart, and there's another. His nephew, I guess it was Sir Ronald Martin Stewart, a medical type guy, and so anyway, I had to connect those, and I finally got them all together, and it was really.
And I would guess there are way more people in our region here that have a little bit of Scots blood in them.
That's true.
Than they even know about. You can't really know who you are until you do the DNA and go back into history. I think we were kind of British, but there's some Irish, and it's interesting. I feel like we ought to thank a few of these people. Holiday Inn Express, the Celtic Cup, of course, gives their time and energy, and they have great coffee and other things to eat there. Oh, they all have lots of food for sale.
Oh, so yes, absolutely.
Plan on getting something.
If you hadn't had haggis, this is the place for it. But there's things called Brighties and all, Scotch eggs.
Anybody else I missed that we should thank?
A lot of folks have contributed, a lot of different organizations, a lot of different people that are just into it. And if you see these are on the windows of a lot of businesses.
Oh, good.
So there's.
And then those businesses probably have helped in some way.
They have. So.
Well, people, you've got this free chance to come to this wonderful Piping on the Green, which is this Saturday, the 6th of April. You might bring your sun hat because it just might be more sun than you can tolerate.
We'll be right back with more News Leader right after this.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
The Franklin County Kiwanis presents the 32nd Annual High on the Hog Festival located in the Winchester City Park April 16th through the 20th with motorcycle poker run, primetime carnival, and midway, Traders Bank Backyard Barbecue Contest, the KCBS Pro Contest, Friday entertainment with Hunter Girl, Midnight Train from Memphis, and Matthew Jackson, Saturday entertainment with Mary Catherine Williams Band and the Allison McCormick Band, also craft fair and cornhole tournament. That's the High on the Hog Festival April 16th through the 20th, brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Ah, the glory days. Running to daylight on the gridiron and chasing a ball with a mind of its own. Cheering the team to victory and marching to the beat of your own drum. Memories that last a lifetime. But sometimes we're reminded of our glory days in ways we'd rather forget. Get back in the game. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live and play well.
Welcome back. The Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce will announce the winners of the Women Impacting Our Community Awards next Tuesday at a luncheon at Lakewood Country Club. Chamber Executive Director Hope Sartain and James Fuller from SmartBank stopped by our studios to fill us in on the details.
Pleased to have joining some of us set now from the Tullahoma Chamber of Commerce. To my left is Hope Sartain, Executive Director, and with her is James Fuller with SmartBank in Tullahoma. And you guys are here today to talk about Women Impacting the Community.
Yes, Women Impacting the Community.
Okay.
Thank you so much for having us.
Always glad to have you guys here.
Well, we are really excited about the Women Impacting the Community luncheon that's going to take place on Tuesday, April 9th at Lakewood Golf and Country Club. And Smart Bank is our title sponsor again this year. And so we just appreciate their continued support of this wonderful event.
They seem to get involved in a lot of things, and I know that you keep James Fuller pretty busy over there doing a lot of things for the chamber, which I know everybody benefits from.
Yes.
Women Impacting our Community has been around for what? A few years now, I think.
This will be the 5th year.
5th year, okay.
Yes, very exciting.
You remember how that program got started?
Well, you know, that was before I started working with the chamber. I just know that someone recognized that there are some amazing women in this community doing some amazing things.
There's got to be an abundance of opportunities to pick somebody for that.
And that they need to be recognized. And so we just, you know, we're honored we get to celebrate them. So.
How do you come up with the candidates and how are they ultimately chosen?
Well, I'm glad that you asked because it's up to the members of our community to nominate these amazing women. And, you know, it could be a friend, it could be a neighbor, it could be your Sunday school teacher, it could be your child's teacher. And so we really encourage people to think outside of the box for those unsung heroes. That don't really get the recognition. You know, your wife would be a great candidate for Women Impacting. She is very involved and a great asset to the chamber.
Well, and you know, that's something that she really has a passion for, and I think she's having more fun than you might realize.
Oh, good.
Doing that. So if I were you, I'd bring her along slow because you probably got her hooked for a number of years here.
Okay.
Sometimes I think James Fuller likes doing that too because I see his picture in the paper a lot.
It's a great thing to be a part of the chamber.
And I think in general, the chamber is such a positive influence on our business community here that probably more people should get involved in it. But
I agree.
I'm sure you agree. I'm sure you agree. So once the people have been the nominees, I guess you would say, are chosen, who makes the final selection? How does that work?
Well, there is a committee, but we do not disclose the names of the committee.
I don't blame you.
It's an anonymous committee, but I do know that they have really, really tough decisions to make. And, you know, we do have 4 categories that you can nominate in. It's business, education, community service, and lifetime achievement. And so we are very excited. And, you know, Fran Gray was our Lifetime Achievement Award winner last year. And so...
yeah, it's just, when you get lifetime achievement, you're close to my age, you know. So, but that is quite an honor.
Yes.
And you mentioned education was one of the categories, and certainly that's got to be something extremely important to our community.
Well, definitely. And so, again, we just encourage you. You know, it could be a Sunday school teacher, it could be your child's teacher, it could be your favorite professor at Motlow. And so, you know, there have been so many different women awarded on various scales. So,
are you still taking nominations this time?
Yes, we are definitely taking nominations.
So what does one do? Can anybody suggest somebody?
Anybody can make a nomination. All you have to do is visit our website, tullahoma.org. It's very, very, very easy. And if someone, you know, really wanted to make a nomination and they needed some help, I encourage them to call the chamber and we can help to walk them through the process.
Oh, okay. So, but you guys make it really easy.
Oh, we make it as easy as possible.
James, do you make a nomination for this?
You do. You go to the website, like she said, and it's easy form to fill out. And you don't have, you know, a lot of people think that you just have to put this dissertation in there. You don't even have to do that. If it's just a quick, brief 2 or 3 sentences to tell why you think that person is qualified to be one of the recipients of these awards, then do that. And if the chamber needs more information, they can always reach out.
Do you get to personally get to make a nomination?
Yes, sir. I can make a nomination. You can make a nomination.
Okay, cool. All right. And the event is actually coming up on
Tuesday, April 9th. At Lakewood Golf and Country Club. It's going to start at noon. And so Smart Bank is our title sponsor again this year, and Woodard's Diamonds and Design is our awards sponsor again this year. And so we definitely appreciate Jim's continued support of this wonderful event. And then we have a new sponsor this year. Our dessert sponsor is the Cheesecakery, which is a new cheesecake business here in town.
I wasn't familiar with that.
Oh,
it sounds good.
So you'll definitely have to get your tickets to attend.
Absolutely.
So there's going to be bite-sized samples of cheesecake all on the tables, and so we encourage people to get there early and save seats for their friends and pick your cheesecake.
We'll be right back with more News Leader.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Chevrolet GMC in Winchester. Check out the 2019 Chevrolet Impala up to 19% off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Chevrolet GMC on the Bypass in Winchester, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
How long has it been since you raced a cheetah? Are your tornado creating skills getting rusty? Tired of being the only one in your neighborhood who hasn't built a dinosaur? Sounds like it's time to visit the Hands-On Science Center. The Hands-On Science Center is an indoor science playground. In this museum, please touch is the rule. Join us for weekly science demonstrations on space, lasers, lizards, rocks, and a whole lot more. No two visits are ever the same, so visit often to see our ever-changing exhibits and demonstrations. The Hands-On Science Center, 101 Mitchell Boulevard in Tullahoma.
Welcome back. Former Coffee County purchasing agent Andy Farah moved to a new position as Coffee County election coordinator in January. Tom Corrington spoke with Andy about his new job.
Our guest today is Andy Farah. Andy is the new administrator of elections for Coffee County. We're all very familiar with Vernita Davis, who was in that office for many, many years, and the administrator for 8 years. And she finally hung it up the end of December. Andy, welcome to the job and welcome to today's show.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on and talking to us about the job. And you were previously the Coffee County purchasing agent, so we'll be interested in that switch. But before we get into business, I'd like to have the folks be sure they're acquainted with Andy. So tell us who you are.
Well, thank you for having me, first of all. Like Tom said, I'm Andy Farah. I was born and raised in Tullahoma. I married my wife, Amy, 19 years ago. We've lived, about 5 years ago, we moved to the New Union community. I have two sons, Garrett and Ethan. Garrett's a senior at Coffee County High School, and Ethan's a 8th grader at Coffee County Middle School. I've volunteered with the Mullins Youth Football League for the last 19 years. Enjoy working with the youth in Tullahoma. You
must have played for Tullahoma High, did you?
I did until my freshman year, and then I got a job because I wanted to get a truck. So
a truck?
Yeah. I wanted to ride the roads.
So, Andy, I think it's worth mentioning we had a bit of an interesting start for you. The Election Commission originally elected you by secret ballot, only to find out that's not legal. It violated a couple of Tennessee laws, mostly having to do with open meetings, open government. So, fortunately, they were able to turn around and fix that by going through the whole process of selecting you through a public meeting and introducing the other candidates. So, okay. Well, I noticed Vernita gave you a couple of very short instructions. She said, treat everybody respectfully and have fun on the job. Well, how's that going? Are you doing that?
I'm doing my best to take Vernita's words and run with it. The ladies in the office, they make it a fun job. They come in every day. They do their job, and you know, your team is what makes your job fun. You know, as far as treating everyone respectfully, I try every day to, you know, treat everyone the same way that I would want to be treated. And so I hope over the last month I've stuck to those words that she asked me to do.
Yeah. I know I've always had very good luck with that office, with the staff over there. They've always been very responsive, and they know exactly where everything stands and can provide it to you, so that's good. You had a chance, got a little bit of an early start before you were actually in the job. You were able to work with the staff for a few days on the November election. Right?
I did.
Yeah.
I worked a couple of Saturdays during early voting to see how that process went. I was able to spend the whole day on election day for the November election with Vernita in the office and all the poll workers to just kind of get a feel how the process worked on election day. It's just seeing it that first time, you know, other than just being a voter going in and voting, it's a very detailed, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Stay with us. Your weather forecast is coming up next.
Ford F-Series has been the #1 selling truck for over 40 years. Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma has a huge selection and up to $10,000 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma on Highway 55, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Why buy anywhere else?
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family, caring for your family since 1932.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1969 at 82 degrees. The record low was in 1936 at 23 degrees. Average high on this day is 68 and the average low is 45. Rain in the forecast for tonight with a low of 54. Rain continues in the forecast for Friday with a high of 69 and a low of 51. Mostly cloudy weather expected on Saturday with a high of 70 and a low of 38. And that's our newsletter report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for News Leader on 6. You have a good evening.
Good night.